name is Devi Desdani Herdiana. I come from Management Majority in State Islamic University, Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. Me and my friend will tell you news about COVID-19 pandemic hit hard Indonesian economy.
Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Devi's friend. My name is Dea Nurhalila. I'm from Management Department of State Islamic University Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung, and I'm here to tell you about impact of COVID-19 in our country's economy from each industry. So, I've got some research on the internet, and I found the Jakarta Post that told they had followed recent development closely and compiled the adverse impact of COVID-19 on the country's economy so far. The first one from the travel industry. The travel industry can catch a big impact from COVID-19 because of many tourists cancel their plans to travel to other countries. Maybe because some of tourists are afraid of being infected with COVID-19 in Indonesia, which Indonesia had cases in COVID-19. The Indonesian Travel Agents Association meanwhile recorded an almost 90% drop in sales due to cancellation as of 12 March. The association noted that potential losses in February alone could reach 4 trillion rupiahs. PHRI Chairman Haryadi Sukamdani said the total estimated losses calculated from January due to tourists canceling their trips was about 1.5 billion US dollar. And second, from aviation industry. Because of some countries make the decision to lock down to minimize the spread of COVID-19, so aviation industry was badly affected because the cancellation for their flights. Indonesia National Air Carrier Association chairman said that all airlines had cut their flights and routes by the 50% or more because of a drop in passengers. State-owned airport operator PT Angkasa Pura I reported as many as 12,703 flight cancellation affecting 1.67 million passengers in January and February. The airport operator suffered financial losses of up to 207 billion rupiahs due to the cancellation. 3. From the hotel industry. Because the tourists are afraid of traveling to other countries, the hotel industry was badly affected too because there were no tourists to stay in a hotel. PHRI Secretary General said the country's overall occupancy rate had fallen to 30 to 40% since the outbreak started in early January, with some hotels dropping as low as 20% after Indonesia announced its first cases. PHRI regional head in Batam told that between March 23 and March 26, as many as 9 hotels in Batam had shut down operation, laying off more than 1,000 workers as their occupancy rates had plunged to below 5%. And then from food and beverage industry, PT Moka Teknologi Indonesia, a homegrown startup that provides digital cashier services, reported that from the company's internal data showed that Surabaya and Bali saw the biggest drop in their daily earnings. In Surabaya, experiencing a 26% fall in daily earning, and Bali had a 18%. As a result, major restaurant chains that employ thousands of workers in total have chosen to temporarily shut down the operation. Last, from the retail industry. The retail industry in 7 cities and municipalities out of the 17 have been affected by the pandemic. The biggest decline in daily earnings was recorded in West Jakarta, which suffered a 32% fall in daily earnings per outlet. Indonesian Shopping Center Tenants Association chairman told Kompas.com that the number of mall visitors had dropped by up to 50% following the first announcement of positive COVID-19 cases in Indonesia. That number fell further after the government urged people to stay at home in mid-March. Several malls temporarily closed their doors but still opening access to serving basic needs such as supermarket and drugstore.
Government policies regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. Social distancing is a series of infection control measures intended to stop or slow the spread of infectious disease. The purpose of social restrictions is to reduce the possibility of contact between infected people and other people who are not infected, so as to minimize transmission of disease, for example, such as school closures, workplace isolation, quarantine, closing or restricting public transportation. Income tax is borne by the government. Regular income received by employees earning 200 million rupiah a year working for companies affected by the coronavirus pandemic gets income tax Article 21 borne by the government. In the Minister of Finance Regulation Number 23 PMK 03 2020, companies affected by the coronavirus pandemic are companies registered with 440 KLU and companies that have been designated as KITE companies. Study at home. The Ministry of Education provides a number of references for implementing learning from home during this pandemic. There are no specific restrictions on what learning materials students must do at home. This is because the access or learning facilities to support the process of learning from home. The Ministry of Education and Culture has collaborated with several telecommunication providers such as Indosat, Telkomsel, and XL to provide educational quotas to access application or learning website. Loan to pay credit. The government provides a number of incentives for micro, small, and medium enterprise, including the possibility of paying credit for up to 1 year. President Joko Widodo said the incentive was also reduced by interest. Even so, this provision can only be enjoyed by MSME with loans below 10 million rupiah. In addition to MSME, credit leeway will also be given to motorcycle taxi driver and taxi driver. Loan relaxation has also been approved by Bank Indonesia and the Financial Service Authority.